Good morning, buongiorno, bonjour, buenos dias, guten morgen. Hope you're having a super fantastic day or evening. It's breakfast here. Yes, I like to eat breakfast in the mornings, and I have not been feeling super creative the last week or so when it comes to breakfast. I am a creature of habit, and I have been eating a lot of oatmeal, but I'm feeling just a little bit bored of oatmeal. And so Brad actually gave me this really great idea to use up some of my leftover quinoa. I have a lot of it. I made a lot of it the other day. To make like these little breakfast cups. We're gonna be making them like PB&J edition. I have some blueberry chia jam I just whipped up on the stove. I've made it like 16 million times on this channel, so you can go and check out my blog post if you wanna see how to make it. And we're just gonna add in some fun layers. It's gonna be protein rich, lots of complex carbs, some healthy fats, lots of energy packed into a little cup, I hope. So let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so I'm gonna make two, one for me, one for Brad. So first, we're gonna add in our quinoa as our base layer. I'm gonna give myself like a third of a cup, plain old cooked quinoa. Nothing super fancy, but it's gonna get fancy, don't worry. Just gonna add that into the cup. Feel free to kind of smush it down. And then I've got this protein yogurt from Silk. By the way, oh my gosh, Silk sponsor me because I eat this stuff like literally every day and it's so good. And it's got 12 grams of protein per like 3/4 of a cup. It's so good. So I'm gonna add in like half a cup of yogurt into my little cup here. And we're just gonna smooth it into a nice little flat-ish layer. And then we're gonna add some of this here chia jam that I just whipped up. And I'm gonna add like a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons, by the way, right on top of the yogurt. Then I've got some hemp seeds, which by the way are super good for you, full of healthy fats for your brain and some protein in there. We're gonna add about a tablespoon right on top of the chia jam. And then I'm gonna add some PB Fit. This is my preferred way to use peanut butter because it's pretty much had most of the fat removed and it's pretty much all protein. Yay. And then why not add a little sprinkle of shredded coconut on top. And there you have it. It's almost like a quinoa parfait. Oh my gosh, this looks ridiculously good. Like that was so easy. This is so meal prep friendly. Oh my God, I can make like 10 of these and just eat them all week. Ah! Oh heck yeah. By the way, did a quick little macro calculation here for y'all. This breakfast is only 390 calories, 23 grams of protein, that ain't bad at all, 43 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fat. You could make this even higher protein if you mixed some protein powder into the yogurt before you added it to your cup. Mwah! So good. This could be like up to 30 grams of protein. More than that if you really wanted to. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I think this is gonna be my new obsession. Well, welcome to lunch. Yes, it is that time again. Don't know how, but it is. And I am actually quite hungry. And I have been craving mac and cheese for the last few days. Haven't gotten around to making it, but today is the day. And I'm very excited to be making it a little bit healthier today. We're gonna be using my cashew cheese sauce for this mac and cheese. It's new to the channel. I have featured it recently in my, my bacon cheeseburger casserole. And we're also gonna be making it a little bit higher protein with some TVP bacon bits, which is also in that same casserole. I know, bacon and cheese just go so well together. Plus, we're gonna be adding lots of greens to our mac and cheese. It's more like a mac and greens, and it's gonna be good. So let's get into it, starting with our TVP bacon. So you gotta rehydrate your TVP first, which I've already done. Once you've strained it out, we're just going to season it with a few fine, delicious ingredients. I'm using ketchup today in lieu of tomato paste because I'm too lazy to crack open a can of tomato paste. We'll be using a little bit of maple syrup, but not as much as usual because we're using sugary ketchup, garlic powder, liquid smoke, and some soy sauce. Mix it all up in a bowl, and there you go. You have your seasoned TVP ready to become bacon. And there we go. Nice and well seasoned. Now let's just go take this over to the stove. We're gonna cook it up in a pan, let some of the moisture absorb so it gets a little bit more, you know, crumbly and less, well, mushy. I don't think you want bacon mush. Welcome to my stove. Now I have got myself a little frying pan heating up with some olive oil. Once it's nice and hot, we're just gonna add in our TVP bacon right into the skillet. Sizzle, baby, sizzle. We're just gonna cook this down for probably 10-15 minutes or so, just until it's quite dry and crumbly and most of the moisture has pretty much been cooked out. In the meantime, you're gonna get a pot of water going for your pasta. While we're letting those two things happen over yonder, we're gonna work on our cashew cheese sauce, which takes like literally 30 seconds to make in a blender. So grab yourself one of those. And I've got some soaked cashews that I had soaking in the fridge overnight, so they're nice and soft and ooh, they break a half nice and easily. Add those into the blender. Next, we're gonna add in some spices. We've got some nutritional yeast for that cheesy, savory deliciousness. We've got some garlic and onion powder, some turmeric for the yellowy color that we want in a cheese sauce, and a little bit of salt. We're gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, you know, for the cheesy tang. I'm also gonna crack open this can here of chipotle peppers and adobo. Add one of them because I like my cheese sauce a little bit smoky, a little bit spicy, not too spicy. Don't forget some black pepper. And just to help everything blend, I've got about 3/4 cup of water. Put a lid on her and commence the blending. All right, obligatory taste test. That is good, but it's not quite as yellow as I want it to be. You know, you eat with your eyes first, and I want it to look really cheesy. So I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit more turmeric. That's the yellow we're looking for, baby. Popping back over to the stove with some broccoli in hand. And now that our noodles are, I'd say about 2 to 3 minutes away from being al dente, I'm just going to pretty much blanch my broccoli in with the noodles, press them into the water until they turn nice bright green. This is probably gonna take about 2 minutes. While I'm at it, I'm gonna do the same thing with 1 cup of frozen peas, because you know, greens, health, nutrition. While we're here, let's just check on our TVP bacon bits. Yep, those are looking good. Getting dried up, getting a little bit browned in some spots. Still have a few minutes to go. Ooh, 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 yes. Straining the nudes. Ooh, that pot handle is flipping hot. I do my own stunts. Everything's fine, I'm fine, it's all fine. Okay, rogue cooking. Gonna drip water on the floor, but I don't care. Whee! Back into the pot. And now we cheese it up, baby. Whoa. That's hot. Literally. Give it a nice gentle caress. Caress it with the cheese. Y'all, if this isn't the healthiest mac and cheese you've ever seen, well, I don't know. You know, it doesn't taste healthy, I'll tell you that much. This is gonna taste so unhealthy that you just won't even believe. You won't even believe it. And then for my final act, I like to add in a handful or 2 of some green onions, save a few for garnishing. And yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what we want, baby. It's ready. Oh, Brad, come and get your lunch. Come and get your lunch. Coming. That is some good mac and greens, y'all. Bacony mac and greens. Come on. I totally just spilled water all over me. We're gonna ignore that. Smooth, Janelle, smooth. In the last few years, I have had my blood tested a couple times to see kind of like where my levels are at. Things like B12, vitamin D, iron, as these things tend to be a little bit on the lower side for people who are plant-based. And I actually was and have been low in iron for a little while. I actually did recently get my blood tested, so we're gonna see what my levels are at very soon. I'll be sharing those results in a new video coming up soon. But what I will say is that since I've been taking the essentials and the ForHer from Complement, I have definitely noticed that I have more energy because I work out a lot, you guys. Most of you know that I've been on a bit of a health and fitness journey this year in 2025, so I've been working out a lot more, and I have definitely noticed a huge increase in my energy. And I think it's because there's all the essential nutrients, like all the 8 essential nutrients a plant-based person needs. I'm getting them now that I probably was not getting before. And so I think that's fantastic. Plus, since I've been taking the ForHer multi-nutrient, which is made for women, it has more essential nutrients in it that women need, things like iron and folate, which I have been low in iron, and I think supplementing with it has definitely given me more energy, especially in the week before my period. I get terrible PMS, you guys, and I have noticed my PMS symptoms have been reduced significantly, and my cycles have absolutely started to regulate. Since the dawn of time, pretty much, in my life, my cycles have been all over the place. And only now, over the last few months, have my cycles actually started to be normal. Like every 28 days, you guys, just saying. It's crazy. I just wanted to share all this with you guys because I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with how I've been feeling over the last few months. And if you've been looking for a plant-based multi-nutrient, I would say absolutely look into Complement. They are fantastic. I love all of their products. I have tried practically everything. So, anyways, I can't say enough great things about Complement. And I just want to thank Complement again because they're amazing and I really appreciate them investing in a small creator like myself. Being a YouTuber is not an easy job, but I love doing it every day, and it really helps to get support from amazing reputable brands like Complement. Their sponsorship really helps me to continue making content like this for you guys every single week. So if you want to check them out, I have a promo code to save you 15% off of any order of any product on Complement's website. The link is below. Check it out. I think it's time for us to go make some dinner. All right, so it is dinner time. Don't know how, but it's already 5:30 p.m., which is crazy. I'm gonna make a sheet pan meal tonight. Yes, I know I have been doing a lot of sheet pan things lately and casseroles and whatnot, but it's just such an easy way of cooking, and it's how I like to get through a lot of produce in one go. And I happen to have a ton of vegetables right now that have been in my fridge for like almost a week that are starting to get a little bit sad looking. So we're just gonna chop them up, we're gonna season them, we're gonna throw them in the oven with some chickpeas. I'm gonna be doing like a sheet pan curried vegetable situation. We've got tomatoes and green bell peppers and mushrooms and an eggplant and some onion. Got some cilantro and cabbage and chickpeas and a bunch of spices. It's gonna be a good time. So let's get into prepping our veggies. Okay, we're gonna start with our eggplant first because we need to get this salting so that it can draw out some of the moisture in eggplant, because if you didn't know, eggplants have a lot of water in them, which can make your other food kind of soggy if you don't prepare them properly. So I'm gonna do what's called a zebra stripe peeling. So we're just gonna sort of peel off the eggplant skin in like little stripes. This is just to get rid of some of the bitterness of the skin while also keeping a little bit of the structure of the eggplant so that it doesn't like turn to mush and fall apart, just like that. Then we're just gonna chop off the tops and bottoms, and we're going to just cube up our eggplant into like 1-inch cubes. Put them into a mesh sieve over your sink, and we're just going to salt them with about a teaspoon or more of salt. Give them a quick toss, and we'll just let them sit in the sieve over the sink to kind of release some of the moisture and drip out so that all that moisture doesn't end up in your sheet pan in the oven, which would create a lot of steam and a lot of mush. Capiche? Next, we're just going to very roughly chop up our mushrooms, our cabbage, onion, and our green bell pepper, like 1-ish inch cubes. They can be a little bit bigger than that too. And we're just gonna add them all to a very large mixing bowl. Now I have a little bowl here of some spices that I'm about to mix up. I've got some kosher salt, garlic powder, ginger, coriander, garam masala, some cumin seeds, chili powder, and turmeric. So we're just gonna take our little whiskey, give it all a little mix just to combine everything. Make sure it's a nice little well-incorporated spice mix. And then what I'm gonna do with this big bowl of veggies is I'm just gonna drizzle over about maybe 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Give it a little toss. Then I'm gonna add in about 1/3 or so of this spice mix here. And just one more little toss. Or, you know, like what I like to say is tossy tossy. Ta-da! Roasty, toasty vegetables. I also air fried some tofu because, you know, protein. Et voila! Dinner is served. Y'all, we got the protein, we got the complex carbs, we got the veggies, we got the healthy fats, we got the flavor. It's all about the flavor. This is gonna be so good. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you got some good meal inspiration that is plant-based, gluten-free, delicious, easy. Thanks for letting me just keep it real today with you guys. I love you. Thanks again to Complement for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to learn more about them, head down to my video description below. Check out my coupon code for you. I love you so much. Subscribe below if you love plant-based, vegan, gluten-free cooking. It's what I do, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Bye-bye.